2-for-1 pant review, boys. Right here in the warehouse. I should probably be doing this on tabletop, but like a moron, I'm in front of the camera attempting to do it this style. Oh well, let's go. 2-for-1, hopefully SF. This is from Wrangler. They call it the Riggs Workwear Carpenter Pant. So it technically is a work pant. I guess the Riggs line is a different line for Wrangler. I haven't really followed the brand. I don't really care, but this pair of pants caught my eye and I bought them. I've been using them. I do have opinions. It's going to go up against the Condor Paladin tactical pant. This one in licensed Cree multicam. I have shown this particular pant, the Paladin, several times, talked about it, just kind of out of genre, mini reviews, like when we took the van to Cali, I was wearing some Paladins, and I have discussed them. I told you then that I liked them, but which one is better? They're going to run about the same price. They're going to be around 60 to 70, depending on which color you get. I'll talk about each coloration separately. Which one first? Let's go with the Paladins first. I also have a Condor Outdoor, just simple web belt, 2-inch web belt. These are so comfortable, easy to adjust, easy to use, lightweight. They dry out, they get wet. I do love them so very much. They just have a simple plastic buckle. It's probably the most prevalent style that I use, except when I'm running like a gun. Like if I'm running a pretty heavy sidearm, I don't use this. I use a gun belt. We'll talk about that later in other videos. Sizing and comfort first up. I think the Paladins, for me, wear very nicely. They are very comfortable, albeit the fabric is a little bit on the heavy side. The Wranglers will be a little bit on the lighter side, which to me is kind of a weird thing since it's meant to be a work pant. This is a more durable fabric. So on the Paladins, we are running 63% polyester, 34% cotton, 3% spandex. I will show you the spandex. The sizing on them, they'll come in waist sizes 30 to 44, length sizes 30, 32, and 34. So their sizing is not quite as expansive as the Wranglers are. We'll discuss those here in a second. But I find that the waistband is very comfortable. There is a section of elastic on each side, so you can stretch if you're like me after you eat pizza or ice cream. There you go. Very comfortable. I think overall the pant is comfortable. Also, the gusseted crotch is a welcome feature, and it's also made of spandex so your balls can breathe. So it's one thing to have a gusseted crotch, and that just means we have a separate fabric panel set in here so we can do karate kicks to the face to Antifa members. But it's another thing to have it made of like very breathable spandex. That's kind of cool. And there's some on the back panel of the waist as well. So this is another nice comfort feature on the Paladins by Condor. Look at this. See how that stretches, also breathes. Do I like that? Yeah, I do like it. I think it's fantastic. I like the web belts also. The loops. These will accept 2-inch, I think actually wider than that, probably 3-inch web belt, so a gun belt will fit in there. I like the thickness of them. I think they're pretty strong. And they'll hold up over time is what I'm trying to say. Very little Velcro in there. There's some on the cargo pockets we'll look at. It's a love-hate relationship I have with Velcro on any pant, honestly, because I'm always running gloves and other things that have, well, just this fabric that sticks to them. Do I have any gloves in here? Yeah. Like this, these are, what are these? Strong suit gloves, and these will stick to Velcro. That's why. So I'd prefer to have snaps, even though it might add a little bit of weight. That's what we have for the waistband. Brass zipper on the Paladins right here. I do love the multicam. It's fantastic. It's also available in OD, tan, black, and navy, and probably some other colors I missed. Please use my links below. I'll put some links to these below. Let's go over the pockets. Here's a miss. You should probably put double fabric here for our knives. Right there. Speaking of which, we need a knife to talk about. How about a Flytanium beef covered in warehouse at Blade HQ? D2 steel, super affordable, great heavy use, tactical EDC folder. A lot of TMPers bought it off my review. They used to have a whole bunch of these cool colors like slate blue, but after I posted my review, they sold out. They sold out. I think they might be coming out with some more, but great knife. For the money, it's really great. It's not super light. It's like 4.5 ounces or something like that. Yeah, 4.6. But when we slide this clip onto our pocket, we're going to wear that out. That should be reinforced. Now, let me keep it real. We're going to the pocket arena right now. On the Paladins, they actually have a dedicated knife pocket in the rear here. So that's where they're intending for you to carry your knife. So not in the front, but right here. And that is double sewn. So this has a very strong lip on it that will maintain wear. Here's your back pocket. Here we have that dreaded Velcro, but you know, it does work. It will work probably for the life of the pants while you have them. It's large enough to carry stuff like AR-15 magazines and your Tic Tacs if you need some. One thing I don't like it when any pants use anything that's kind of like this for the pocket liners that can grab. Velcro, let me test it. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. Yeah, I kind of am. These are actually pretty good. I don't like mesh that grabs on the hook portion of Velcro. This isn't really doing that. The reason they do this is so water can drain out. Also, sweat. That's on the inside of your front slash pocket of the Paladins. Dropping down on the leg, we have a zip pocket right here. Really kind of a multi-purpose, interesting pocket design. I do like it. I did find some confusion in where I put things because it does have so much versatility. Here's your top zipper, and then if you access this, you go behind the cargo pocket, and it has a mini either pistol mag pouch, knife mag pouch in that. And it's quite roomy. There's all kinds of things that can fit. Let's see if Jag Tiger can fit in there. You don't walk around with your Jag Tiger? Come on. Dude, you need to do that more. Yeah, it does fit. So the Jag Tiger, the easy model, will fit in that pocket. That's a big plus right there. Also, obviously, a water bottle would. I don't really like heavy things down there on my thigh. It just makes it difficult to get things going there. Really quality zipper, YKK, nice string pull there. And then you go to a standard cargo pocket with the Velcro attachment there, as ranted about already, and it has the same type of liner in it. Here's a thing I really love about the Paladins, and this is one reason I want you to consider them. The knees are amazing. They have microdot plastic reinforcements and double, if not triple, I think that's triple layer fabric there, and pads also. So, well, I should say pads. You actually have to buy the pads and put them in the back pocket. But even if you don't, this is a pretty good knee. And this is the knee stabilizing strap. This is, I have found out, pretty important to have it cinched up. If you don't, your knee pads will not be in position when you kneel down, and you'll hit that big old rock right on your kneecap. Been there, done that. Really fun, really fun. So it's it's maybe an inelegant system. Again, we have Velcro and a strap, but it works. And so what you want to do when you get some work done, you're going to be kneeling a lot. You'll cinch those straps up pretty tightly behind your kneecap. Then you'll kneel down. Great for shooting activities. I use them tactical shooting. They're fantastic. Working on the motorcycles, working on the van, doing some other work. They're fantastic. I do highly recommend you buy the polymer foam knee pads built by, there they are right there. I just slipped them in. You see the pocket where they go in from Condor. They are sized specifically for the Paladin. Yes, it's extra. They do not come with a pant. Trust me, you won't care. Once you have those on, you'll go, man, this is so nice. Just having built-in kneeling capability where you don't have to strap on an Alta knee pad or something like that. Love it. Stitching throughout is fantastic. The fabric choice is good. It's ripstop. We covered its makeup already. I love how it doesn't have any drawstrings on it. And that's your Paladin, down and dirty. And then we'll go up against the Wrangler rough workwear carpenter pants. I saw these and they kind of look like tactical pants to me, and that's why I bought them. First up, the sizing on them is more expansive. So if you're a big boy, these will fit you better. We've got waist 30 to 52, length 30, 32, 34, 36. Comfort on these and sizing is good. We do have more elastic and stretching in the fabric, and the fabric, as I noted earlier, is relatively lightweight, much lighter than the Paladins, and it's also a ripstop variety. You can see the light link below on the Olight products. No, they didn't pay me to say that. Just like that. So yeah, one frustration I had with the waistband on these is that it stretches maybe a little too much. And so when I would weight it down, I found I had to use suspenders or really cinch my belt down. I do like it, but I think I like the Paladins a little bit more. It's a nice thought to have a stretch waistband, but maybe not in work pants. Just because we're carrying weight in our pockets. I mean, stretch waistbands, I'm talking fully stretched, not like the sections that the Paladins they have. This is okay. This is just a section, but the whole waistband on this one is elastic. That's kind of for a workout pant. Says me, bro. Other than that, the sizing was good. I found it pretty loose for my size, kind of roomy, maybe too roomy. I felt like, even though I ordered my waist size, I felt like I need to take it to the sewing machine and probably take it in 1 inch or even 2 inches. So again, that waist will grip better. We have a brass zipper, really nice button, no Velcro there. The belt loops are thinner, about the same width, however. We do have rivets, which is very, very Wrangler-ish, all through the pant here and there for, both for style and for, I guess, strength on there. Gusset across just like the Paladins do. However, you don't get that super cool panel of spandex. It's just basically ripstop fabric, so your balls might overheat a little bit. Good colors on this one, by the way. I love this color. This is like a dusty mud color. They have black, blue, green, tan, if I'm not mistaken. And then here's your back pockets right here. Very traditional. It's almost a jean pocket. There's no closure on it, no zipper, no Velcro on it, but it's big enough to put stuff in there. But if you're going to be doing some high running activities, you're probably going to lose it. And then we have some Carpenter side pockets. Again, these are called utility pockets, but you can use them for all kinds of things. I found AR-15 magazine works pretty well in there, as did my Barbie doll. She fit in there pretty good too. I like her to come on some shoots with me just for moral support. And then this will fit some small items. But again, you may notice that there's no closures here. So while they're good for temporary storage when you're doing, again, not just high activity, but if you're just underneath a car tilting, all that shit's going to fall out. So maybe some more thinking is necessary for the Riggs rough wear crew to get it right. Very nice knees. However, they do not even come close to measuring up to the durability of the Paladins. This is a thinner fabric. We don't have their little rubber dots here for durability. We do have a very nice knee pocket, and I didn't really look, but they might have a piece of foam rubber that sits in there. You could probably make your own, but at least has the capability. I think it'll do fine. But I think with really hard use, you'd probably be wearing this fabric out relatively quickly. The fabric on the Riggs workwear is as follows. It's going to be 86% cotton, 13% nylon, 1% elastic. You may notice that this is primarily a cotton pant. And if you notice that, you'll also say something along the lines, if you've been watching my clothing reviews throughout the years, great for comfort, great for cool weather, not so great for hot weather, I have found, and horrible when it gets wet. The Paladin is completely the opposite. This is mostly a polyester pant with just some cotton put in it. So, I don't hate the makeup of this, and it's a ripstop cotton. It's okay. It's okay. I think of these less of a tactical pant and more as an everyday wear pant for me. Here's your front pocket. Let's take a look at the liner of it. That's a good liner. That's just traditional, kind of a jean pocket. Those are durable. I kind of like those. Those are great. Got a coin pocket here, headphone pocket. And do we have cargo pockets on the front side? The answer is no, we don't. All we have is that series of utility pockets on the right-hand side. So we have a lot less storage in the rough, what the hell are these called? The Wrangler Riggs workwear. I was going to call it rough wear. Yeah, so they do look like a tactical pant, but they lack storage. They lack, I feel, the durability. They lack the waistband for stability. So obviously, as you could probably tell, I forgot to say, they also have this cool reflective trim, which may or may not be awesome in a tactical pant, depending. Mid-rise on these, by the way. Both these are mid-rise, and they do have no drawstrings in the leg, which is both awesome. Yeah, you're detecting that I like the Paladins much better. You are correct. I think this is not only a great EDC pant, maybe a little bit overkill for EDC, but I think it's a fantastic heavy duty. I know you're going to think I'm going to say tactical, but I'm going to say work pants because that's what I mostly use them for. Working with a Kubota, working with the motorcycles, I'm kneeling a lot, I'm in the dirt, I'm in the grime. I have other colors I forgot to bring to you, and they're thrashed. They're beat up because I use them all the time. Built-in knee pads, lots of storage. I can configure the storage however I want. I'm not going to say that the Condor Paladins are the best tactical pant out there. I think 511 does a great job still. I think all the 511 pants, and I will review more, really bring some hard game that's hard to beat for value. 511 is a fantastic company. It's just good to see Condor competing because for a long time, Condor was kind of like the bastard stepchild. It just wasn't coming up to speed in terms of materials, quality, stitching. But everything I've been seeing within the last 5 years from the company is on point. I mean, just look at the camouflage. And this has gone through one wash, not two, but one. It's sticking, and this is licensed multicam camouflage, which you will pay more for. You're not going to get those for $70. And we're done, boys, here in the warehouse. 2-for-1 pant review. Paladin win. I would say probably, to be honest, a distant second from the Wrangler Riggs workwear. Nice try, Wrangler. And they might have some other great pants that I didn't see. And maybe someone below says, oh, you need to look at Wrangler such and such. Dude, I don't get enough views on this stuff to make it worthwhile. I got too much content to push through a very tiny content funnel. So the answer is probably you'll get very few pant reviews. On the table, by the way, we got to talk about a firearm. Don't forget about the Hellcat, boys. One of the all-time great subcompact carries, the Hellcat by Springfield Armory. Legit. Only slightly bigger than a P365. Accurate, all day long, reliable, light, easy to carry. Here it is in a Galco Classic Light. My all-time favorite shoulder holster. Link is below. Use my link so I can make 79 cents off that purchase. Won't cost you a damn dime. Galco Classic Light holsters are the best. So you can wear this outside the shirt, underneath your shirt, loose shirt. You're good to go. And then chest pouch. This has been discontinued. This is the 511 Skyweight utility pouch. Sadly, it's been discontinued. And this is, I believe this is a Condor right here. This is a Condor utility pouch. This is still an excellent utility pouch. So honestly, if you're working the day, you have those Paladins, you put on your chest pouch, not for tactical reasons, but for just utility, hence the name. Tools, as you can see, I use it for music. There's my JBL Clip 4 on there. You're good to go, bro. Thanks for watching.